Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm Nick Bray, and I'm here to talk to you about the cyber security comparison website called ProtectBox. Now, ProtectBox was launched about 2 weeks ago, so very exciting times. And the problem it was really designed to solve was to help small and medium businesses like us cope with the problem of selecting an effective, affordable, and simple cybersecurity solution for their business, putting them in the chair where they could make the decision about how much money to spend and the risks that they were taking. Now, the reason why we went to the trouble of designing this system was because the thing we had discovered is very often small and medium-sized businesses are confronted either by a lot of jargon and a lot of advertising that is very confusing when they're trying to establish what kind of cybersecurity they're going to need, or they have to go out and hire an expensive consultant. The consultant does their analysis, and then they still have to pay the consultant and then buy the systems that he or she recommends. So all in all, we reckon that if we came up with a cybersecurity comparison website, this would save time, money, and effort, and allow SMBs to get on with their main business of selling and getting on with what they do day to day. Now, the original idea came from my CEO, who's a lady called Kiran Bagotra, when she was working in the Cabinet Office doing international cybersecurity. She was looking around at the amount of confusion there was that came out of jargon from companies, the amount of confusion that surrounded advertising from companies, and so she decided to give up her job at Cabinet Office and go out and start a cybersecurity comparison website. And ProtectBox was born. Kiran also decided that she was going to bootstrap this. She was going to do it all with her own money and a few government grants. And that's a tough journey, a very tough journey, and there's an interesting human story to be had there. I'll talk to you about it another time, perhaps. In terms of how this works, though, if you get onto ProtectBox's website, you're given 6 choices of different technologies, processes, different sort of things that can help you. Right there at hand are all of the customer services, so if you've got questions or inquiries, you can speak to them, and they'll help you out with whatever you need to know. And then once you've worked your way through your different solutions to choose your own affordable, simple, efficient cybersecurity solution, you then do one click, and that's it. You've bought it, and you can get on with the other work that your small and medium-sized business needs to be doing. But this isn't just about business, not at all. Kiran is very clear in the way she's formed the company that this is also about hearts and minds and reaching out to small and medium businesses, not just in the UK, but all over the world. She can see a way to, yes, make profits for the company, but also save people money and put effective cybersecurity in their hands through giving them good choice via a cybersecurity comparison site. And that's how ProtectBox works. Now, in terms of money, how do we earn our money? Well, it's pretty simple. Initially, the first services you get are for free. Customers then pay for renewables, updates, and market information to keep them fully up to date and fully protected. We also take a rate from sellers whose products we launch via our website and sell via our website. We also reach out to major corporates, banks, lawyers, and governments and put ProtectBox there on their website so that they can click on it and we can give a service to some of their customers, all of which works very well. We're already working with 2 governments in the Gulf doing exactly that, and they are providing subsidies to customers because they believe so strongly in this product and moving the kind of cybersecurity that SMEs need into their nations. Looking ahead, though, what do we need for the future? Well, as I said, Kiran Bagotra made the decision to bootstrap this system, and now we're looking to expand and scale. In fact, Kiran's out in the United States now doing exactly that. So we'll be looking for investment, probably about 150,000 of seed investment to start off with. We'll also be looking for partners in government and corporates so that we can work with them in the future. We'll be looking for marketing advice so that we can move from having just a really good cyber comparison system on the website to getting out there and finding more customers. And lastly, of course, we'll be looking to you guys to hopefully get involved and look us up at protectbox.com. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to close off and thoroughly recommend to you ProtectBox, the cyber comparison security website. Thank you very much.
I'd like to ask you a couple of questions, if that's all right. You didn't use your clicker. Oh, I see. Well, thank you very much.
No.
It's a very interesting business.
It is, yeah. It's very exciting for us.
And it's also rare that I get to meet someone with a CBE.
Oh, thank you very much.
So I feel honoured.
Oh, not at all.
So you know, I was looking at your background, and it's an interesting one, right? You served in the armed forces, you served in the RAF for 30 years, you said.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
How do you think that background has helped inform the work that you're doing now?
Well, I was very lucky because I had a very wide set of experiences during my 30 years in the Air Force. And so now coming out into civilian life, where I've been working for a couple of years, I think things to do with teamwork, things to do with leadership, and also entrepreneurial spirit, figuring out the way to get things done, it's helped me a lot.
Surely, I think to that point of like getting stuff done, so much of it is about your mindset and like the way that you approach problems and that sort of, and like having perseverance, which is like a kind of a corny word, but I guess that you know that must have been one of the biggest attributes that you learned during your time, is like how to deal with difficult situations.
I think perseverance is important, but also a sense of humor and not getting down when things don't go too well. And I think if you're in a startup business, you're always going to face a few things going wrong.
Yeah, and I think that sort of thinking about ProtectBox itself, you know, when you look at what was required to set up a small, any business really at all, you would need an office, you'd need a data center, and you'd need an IT department to manage all of it. Is ProtectBox kind of the answer to that?
So I think ProtectBox is the answer to the cybersecurity solution for anything from one person running a tiny business, say a florist on a corner of a street, through to a very large SME with maybe 1,000 people in it in a very high technology or manufacturing sector, through to just the security you need in a hotel. It's multifaceted for different types of small and medium businesses and designed to make it easy, efficient, and economical for them to get their business done.
Right, and you mentioned that the CEO had bootstrapped the company.
That is right. So Kieran made the decision on leaving the Cabinet Office to bootstrap it, to pay for it herself out of her own resources. She's received a couple of government grants to help out with that, but no other funding. And so that requires a great deal of determination and a great deal of focus to do. And I think there's a strong human story there for other people, but it's a terrific performance by her doing that.
Absolutely. Bootstrapping is a difficult thing. I think far too often, when it comes to entrepreneurship, people celebrate the funding round.
That's right.
You know, people are like, congratulations, you've just received £4 million or whatever. To me, it can seem a little bit hollow sometimes, because I think you, as an entrepreneur, it's very valuable to maintain equity in your own business as opposed to giving it away at such an early stage. So kudos to you guys for doing that. But just in terms of the problem that you guys are trying to solve, like how big an issue is cybersecurity for small businesses?
So I think cybersecurity for small businesses, both in the UK and globally, is a massive issue. And it's almost the elephant in the room. People can only spend so much time and resource doing it, but with things like GDPR in place, with potential for losing your IP, losing your data, losing your money, if you don't have a workable cybersecurity system in place, then you could rapidly lose your business. Also, when it comes to people perhaps trying to do business with you or invest in you, if you don't have a suitable cybersecurity system in place, then companies just won't take you as a contractor or subcontractor because you're not a safe bet.
Right, fantastic. So if people want to get in touch with yourself or find out more, how can they do it?
So if they get on to protectbox.com, they can find out all about us, and we'd love to hear from them.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you.